All right, cool. Now let's take a look at how to swap out hairstyles. And this could be true for clothing, weapons, accessories, whatever you want. So I'll kind of show you how this is set up first. If I click on this controller down here, I can see that there's kind of some cool stuff in the channel box where I can go to hair, and you can see that I could swap it out like this. Okay, so how is that done? I'll show you how to create that. I'm not going to show you necessarily how to model the hair, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to set something like this up, the controls, so you can have kind of advanced controls with it. So let's go ahead and dive right in. You can see that I have this character set up, and I can see that here's all the different hairstyles. Okay, and I'm going to just create, now this controller, I can see it already has it on here, but I could just create my own control. So I'm going to go like this, create a circle, and I could just put this circle here. And let's say if I wanted this circle to be the controller for selecting the hairstyles, okay? Or I could have this even an H for hair, whatever I want it to be. I just need something to grab onto. If I wanted it down here, that would be cool. You know, I could add it to that, but once again, it's already there. So I'm just going to kind of create a new one from scratch. So now I'm going to go to Modify, Freeze Transformations, and Edit, Delete by Type History. There we go. Now it's nice and clean. So let's get started. On this controller, you can see there's nothing that says hairstyles here. Okay, so I need to add that, and I don't really want anybody to necessarily do anything with the rest of these, so maybe I'll go like this and hide selected. Then I'm going to go into Edit, Add Attribute, and I'm going to call this Hair Style. Okay, great. Now I can say, once again, vector is going to be 3 numbers, integer is going to be a whole number, string is going to be text, float is going to be a decimal point, boolean is going to be on or off, and enum is going to be a list. So in this case, I do want enum. Okay, and you can see that it kind of gives us a starting point here. So I'm going to go like this. I'm going to say, I'll call this girl. And then I'll click on this one. I'll call this boy. And then I want another one here. So now I'm going to call this one man and woman. Okay. Okay, great. So those are my hair styles, and I'm going to go ahead and click on add, and now we can see what we have here. Hairstyle. Now I have a list, a drop-down list. Okay, so I'm going to say that this is the girl hair, this is the woman hair, the boy hair, and the man hair. Okay, it doesn't really matter what it is, but let's go ahead and kind of see how to do this. So I'm going to be in the animation menu set, key, set driven key, set. And now, like I said, I need something to kind of hold on to. So I'm going to instead name this, hair controller. Okay, great. And it's a good idea to name it first, so you know what you're selecting. And I can see that this is girl hair, woman hair, boy hair, and man hair, so we don't get confused. So I'm going to select this controller here, and I'm going to say load driver. And then I'm going to, what's important is going to be the hairstyle here. And then what's it going to drive? Well, it's going to drive the visibility of this. So when I select this, I'm going to say load driver, or load driven, I'm sorry. So the girl hair and visibility is what's important. So now I'm going to say that if I click on the hair control, when it's set to girl, I want the visibility of girl hair to be on. So hairstyle, visibility, I'm going to key that. Then I'm going to say when hair controller is set to something else, let's say boy, I'm going to say I want this hair to be off. I could just type in 0, or I could type in off. And now I could say key. Okay. Now let's see what happens if I go, so if I go girl, and then if I go man, woman. Okay, cool. Yeah, that looks like it's working. Okay. So now, this hairstyle, and of course I don't want to be over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of zero this out, and now it's going to be in the exact same spot. And now let me go ahead and try this again. So I'm going to say this is my driver, but this, the woman hair, so I'm going to say load driven, is going to be what's important. So I'm going to set my hair controller, and I'm going to set this to woman. And now I'm going to say hair controller hairstyle is going to be the woman hair visibility is going to be on like I see it here. So I'm going to go ahead and key it. Then if I change this to, let's say, man, I'm going to say hairstyle visibility is going to be off. Key selected. Now let's try this. So if I come here, girl. There we go. That's cool. Now let's go ahead and try some more here. So I'm going to bring this one. I'm just going to kind of zero these out. Okay. Is that the right spot? Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and select the hair controller. And this is the boy hair. Okay, let's look at that, make sure that looks right. Yeah, that looks right. So I'm going to say when hairstyle is set to boy, I got to select this. Load driven visibility is going to be on, so I'm going to go ahead and key that. And then I can just select a different one. So let's say man. I'm going to say visibility is going to be off. Key. All right, let's try this. Whoop. Okay, so there, that's not right. Boy, man, woman. Okay, so for the girl, I'm just going to go here. I'm going to say when hairstyle is set to girl, the boy hair visibility is going to be off. So, and that's why I like to test it, because sometimes we need to make sure that that it's not getting too confusing. There we go. And now let's go back to man here. I'm going to go take this hairstyle, put it right in place, and then now I'm going to go, okay, load driver, hairstyle, load driven, man hair visibility. So now I'm going to say hairstyle, when it's set to man, the visibility is going to be on, which it is. Okay, oh, hairstyle, visibility, there we go. Now I'm going to say when this is set to, let's say, boy, the visibility of this is going to be off. Key. Okay, now let's try it. So there's the girl. Okay, so I still have, I'm going to go back here and make sure that that is set up correctly. So I'm going to say load driven visibility of boy hair is set to off when hairstyle is set to girl. Yes. So visibility boy hair set to off. There we go. Key. Boy. Man. Woman. Okay, once again, woman I can see here, so I'm going to go man hair, load driven, visibility, it's going to be off, key select, no, I don't want to key select that, I want to make sure that I key it here, okay. Now let's try this. So girl, boy, man, woman. Okay, cool. You can see that you might have to kind of fight it a little bit. You got to stay really organized. And also when you're keying it, make sure you're not like doing the shortcut for a key, because you have to key it this way. You can't press S to set a key or anything like that. And once you know this concept, it's cool. You could swap out weapons, you could swap out clothing, you could swap out anything, even eye color, just kind of duplicating objects. But hopefully that was helpful. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe. New videos like this every week. Let me know if this has been helpful.